Hey, how are you? I am Chris Robin, aka at Detroit Beastie, here with Fantasy Six Pack to talk about Monday Night Football. The New Orleans Saints go to Green Bay to battle the Packers at Lambeau Field. Nighttime, a night late December game. It's the stuff that dreams are made of. I wish I could be there, but hey, I'd rather actually be here with you talking fantasy football stuff. And we have a good game on tap. Probably not going to go the Saints' way, but that doesn't mean that it can't go our way if we enter the right contests and play the right people. And that is why we are here to talk about Monday Night Football. Kickoff is at 8:15 p.m. Right now, the Saints 5-9, the Green Bay Packers 10-4. So it's the NFC North versus the NFC South. The New Orleans Saints are already toast. They're third in that division. Carolina's right behind them at 4-11. But the NFC North is pretty damn good right now. You got the Lions in first, 13-2. Minnesota's 13-2 after they beat Seattle in Seattle last week, but the Lions have the tiebreaker, and Green Bay's in that third spot at 10-4. More than likely they will go to 11-4. So Chris, what are we doing? Where are we going to go with this game? Are you going to keep us a half an hour, or are we going to do like 8 to 10 minutes? I don't know. You hit play and we shall see. Before I get into all this stuff and who's going to win and some betting leans and some good off the map, off the wall plays I think I have here tonight, make sure you get to the website, fantasy6pack.net. Look around, see what looks nice to you. As I've said, it's the holiday season. Christmas is only 2 days away now. Today is Christmas Eve, the 23rd. So treat yourself, right? You got friends and family, girlfriends, boyfriends, husbands, wives, gumas, whatever it is. I think all of that aside, you treat yourself first. You can DM me and say, what do I need to do? Or you DM me and say, how can I, get on a level like you? And my level's not as any higher than yours is, but hey, everything that you need beyond your wildest dreams, your fantasy dreams, your seasonal redraft, IDP, DFS sports betting needs, everything is met here. This is the Mecca. This is the heaven of fantasy. Any fantasy sports is right here at Fantasy Six Pack. All right, enough with the nonsense. Let's talk about this game. The New Orleans Saints go to Green Bay. Right now, the Saints are getting 14 points on the road in Green Bay. Checks out given what the records are from both teams, but I'm just going to get right into it. I have some storylines, and some what the Packers did last week or what they've done during the season. Same thing with the Saints or lack thereof, but I'm going to get right into the players, and maybe I'll tie this thing up with in a bow that way. I'll give you the storylines after, if that makes sense, and probably a few recent betting trends. But let's start with Jordan Love, right? And let me give you a disclaimer here. I have about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 players mentioned. One of those being the Packers DST, and that's it. I feel so free having I don't have to sit down and comb through every player. I do that anyways, but for the sake of the video, I've been getting some heat from the higher ups here at the website. Not really, but hey, sounds better on camera. So let's start with Jordan Love. The New Orleans Saints 19th overall against defending opposing quarterbacks. Jordan Love 18 completions, 230 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and I have him for a carry or 2 for 10 yards. Probably he'll take off once, maybe twice, and move the sticks, move the chains, and we'll go from there. I have in my notes at the tail end 3 touchdowns question mark. Can I project 230 with 2 touchdowns? Absolutely. I could see that being like a lock, like boom. It's like we go into the game that way. But I have a sneaking suspicion, and I can't fight it, that Jordan Love is going to be responsible for 3 touchdowns tonight. How they break out doesn't matter. 2 in the air, 1 on the ground. 2 on the ground, 1 in the air. I don't know, so I'll just say it now. I have Jordan Love for 3 touchdowns here tonight. When we go down the list, we're going to get to stud number 1, Josh Jacobs. What an unbelievably good addition he's been to the Green Bay Packers. The hard-nosed, don't give an F about your fantasy team, Josh Jacobs. He's a hard runner, and it's so poetic that he goes to Green Bay and Lambeau where it's cold, and he's a hammer. He's an absolute hammer and the perfect guy for the job. When you look at that, what was I getting at? The New Orleans Saints 25th overall against opposing running backs. Jacobs is going to go absolutely ham tonight. 24 to 25 carries, 120 yards, and a touchdown. I think that's a floor. That is a floor projection. Let's say the floor projection is 110 yards and a touchdown, where he could get up to 130 yards, 140 yards, and he absolutely could find the end zone again, so twice. So I'll call it as it is, like I did with Jordan Love, looking at around 120 yards for Josh Jacobs, and he'll score twice, in addition to 2 and 3 catches for another 20 yards. So we could get to a point where it's 150 plus all-purpose yards and 2 touchdowns. That's the guy we're going to want in our MVP captain spot, and that's it. I guess Jordan Love, I said he'll have 3 touchdowns, but hey, what if Jordan Love throws 2 touchdowns to Josh Jacobs? That would be nuts, but to me, it's Josh Jacobs' world tonight, and we're all living in it. He's the MVP, captain, however you want to do it, and you can put in Jordan Love in a flex spot, and vice versa. When we look at the Saints running backs, Alvin Kamara, I heard his adductor muscle, so he's not playing tonight, or it might be done for the season at this point, not too sure. But so the young kid, Kendra Miller, looks to be getting all the targets and touches tonight, and that's cool. The Packers 19th overall against opposing running backs, 15 carries, around 60 yards. I think he's going to catch 2 to 3 passes for another 20 yards. So you're looking at 80 all-purpose yards for Miller tonight, and he's $11,000 on FanDuel, so it's not like he's like one of those tight ends who are priced at, $7,500 or $8,500. You're spending up to get to Miller, but to be fair, that's all the offense that New Orleans has. Well, when I get to MVS, sure, but to me, it's just Kendra Miller and Marquez Valdez-Scantling for the receiving corps. Those are the only 2 New Orleans Saints I have active here tonight. Let's keep it moving. Let's talk about a few wide receivers, and we can get the heck out of here, enjoy our Christmas Eve parties, and then watch Monday Night Football as well. It's just a beautiful time of year. Would you agree? Christian Watson, very much on the radar. I have his arrow is going up. It looks as though he's getting more involved. He's staying healthy, although soft tissue injuries are hopefully, fingers crossed, hex, are behind him. And get this, though, the New Orleans Saints, 27th overall against opposing wide receivers. So Watson could be in for a big game here tonight, looking at 5 to 6 targets, 3 to 4 receptions, around 60 yards. Again, that's what I have on paper, but in all honesty, one of those catches could be 45-yard touchdown, 50-yard touchdown. So what I tell you is kind of floor numbers when it's all said and done. As we go down the list, Romeo Doubs was fantastic. Last time we got together for a single game slate video, I told folks Romeo Doubs is an absolute lock to score a touchdown. Guess what he did? He scored 2 of them. So hopefully we were on the same page there. 4 to 5 targets, 3 to 4 receptions, 45 to 50 yards. He's got such tremendous hand strength that anytime Jordan Love gets him the football, he's going to have his paws all over it. So as I said, 3 to 4 receptions, 45 to 50 yards. I could see a case where he and Watson are both just balling out. Him mixed with Josh Jacobs, and it's just a Green Bay Packers slaughter here tonight on Monday Night Football. And it's going to play that way given my final score. We just eclipsed 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Got 2 more guys to talk about, and we're going to get the heck out of here. Next guy, second to last, Tucker Kraft, the Green Bay Packers tight end. He has been up and down all season, just based on the injuries elsewhere on the offense. But through all of that, he came through all of that unscathed, and he's actually been getting more work, and he's a fantastic tight end. So when we look at Tucker Kraft, 4 to 5 targets, 3 to 4 receptions, 35 to 40 yards, and again, I have Jordan Love to throw for 2 touchdown passes. Okay, one could go to Tucker Kraft, but if Jordan Love does get to that 3 touchdown mark, more than likely Tucker Kraft will catch a touchdown pass. Actually, screw it. It's a Christmas season. Let's lock it in. Tucker Kraft locked in with a touchdown. Josh Jacobs locked in with scoring a touchdown, and the rest would be up to you to find. It could say Watson will find the end zone, Romeo, but then the video is whack if everybody gets a touchdown. There's no fun in that kind of deal. So one more guy, and then the Packers DST, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. This guy has come out of nowhere. Old Man River, he's averaging 23.6 yards a reception. And every time, on Sunday or whenever there's, a football slate, I'm home doing whatever else. And then we have a game break. And it's MVS scoring his second touchdown of the game. Or it's MVS just scored a 60-yard touchdown. So to me, will any of that happen here tonight? I do think he scores a touchdown, but what was the yardage going to be? Does that matter? I do have him locked in to score a touchdown on 6 to 7 targets, 3 to 4 receptions, around 55 to 60 yards. And last but not least, we have to talk about the Packers DST, because if I'm not mistaken, Spencer Rattler is the New Orleans Saints starting quarterback tonight. So the Green Bay Packers defense has been fantastic, and this game is only going to, strengthen them up like the Hulk smash. They're going to really get going, and I like that. If we can go on a tangent really quick, Green Bay Packers win this one 28-10. Their defense goes absolutely nuts, and what I love, the tangent part, is because they play the Minnesota Vikings next, and as a Lions fan, we want the Minnesota Vikings to lose, number 1 seed for me. Yay, but you didn't come here for that. You're looking for New Orleans Saints and Green Bay Packers stuff. So give me the Green Bay Packers to win this one 28-10. Jordan Love, at least 2 touchdown passes, probably 3. Josh Jacobs, 140 all-purpose yards, at least 1 touchdown, probably 2. And then with Watson and Doubs, you can do as you please there. You can fix and mix and match them. And Tucker Kraft, I have him locked in for a touchdown. So let's throw all this aside so I can talk to you personally here. Be good, be safe. Thank you so much for all the support you've shown me over the years, and specifically this year here at Fantasy Six Pack. No, I'm not dying. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just in my feels right now. It is the Christmas season. So to you, I want to say Merry Christmas to you and yours. Be happy, be safe, drink and laugh, and just be with your family and your friends. And don't forget your pets too, to bring them inside. It's too cold for all that nonsense. I wish you the very best of a Merry Christmas. So until I see you again, Christmas Day, actually, we'll get together again Christmas Day for, Kansas City's playing, so is Baltimore. So there's still more fun to be had left this week. Green Bay wins this one 28-10. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.